again, and welcome to Destiny in Dice. We have a special one-shot planned for you this evening, taken from Dungeons & Dragons Candlekeep Mysteries. We are doing a 9th level one-shot called Kandlekeep Destruction. The name of which is going to make much more sense once we get into the story itself. This one shot was written by Amy Vorpal, developed by Chris Perkins, edited by Scott Fitzgerald Gray, and of course published by Wizards of the Coast, which is awesome. Awesome. I'm really excited to be DMing for you guys tonight. I don't get to do that very often. Normally I'm just a player, or I'm just kind of in the background doing my thing, trying to keep the stream online and hopefully not have OBS crash on me again, which it tends to do sometimes. The session today, though, is a one-shot. We will be ending the session. This will not continue into another session. It doesn't really lend itself to that. But we will return to our regular campaign, A Short Story Long, which takes place in the world of Eberron, created by Keith Baker, next week, which will be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So with that out of the way, we're going to now transition to meet our players. Wave to the camera, players. Yay! Awesome. Okay, so we're going to meet them. We're going to let them introduce themselves and their characters. Some of them are familiar faces. One is a new face, which is exciting. So I'm going to basically tell you in the order that you're going to be going. But if you could just tell us, your name, maybe like a little brief blurb about yourself, maybe, where we know your face from, if we know your face. Your character's name and a little bit about them, including a brief description of what they look like, which would be freaking awesome. So we're going to start with the first one on my list, which is Teleparadon. Mike, you're up.
Hey everybody, it's me. Normally I do the DM for the short story long campaign. However, I get to be a player today, and it's always fun to be a player. I'll be playing Callum, who is a human fighter. With a archetype going towards Psy Warrior. Lots of fun stuff about that. But he's average height, brown hair, brown eyes. Average weight. He's pretty average. He's just an average, everyday kind of guy.
He's just a guy.
Who's recently been having some rather disturbing dreams about where his psionic powers have come from. But more on that later.
Ooh, okay, so after Mike, you said he's just a guy. All right, so let's go over to Moonscar. Why don't you introduce yourself and your character, please?
I'm Moonscar. I typically play Nyx on a short story long. Today I'm going to be playing a centaur named Mira. She's she's of a black color, the black horse color, and has a darker skin tone. She keeps her hair back in a braid. She pretends like she doesn't know the language if she doesn't want to talk to you. But yeah, big barbarian centaur horse.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you, Moonscar. To you, Nebulin.
Hi, I'm Nebulon. My character is Muriel. She is a elf artificer. She is a middle-aged elf. She is a grandma, and her artificing tools are mainly smith tools and weaver's tools, kind of given a flair to be needlework.
Okay.
So.
Awesome.
Oh, she's got a kind of a dark tan complexion, and her salt and pepper hair is back and butt. And she's got scale mount.
Awesome. Thank
you. If
you
you look closely at the scale mount armor, the scales actually look like they were knitted.
I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. All right. Next we have a guest, Cody, best friend. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Cody. I'm playing a Dampier monk named Richter. He's just got like pale skin, red eyes, long black hair, with a cool headband. Trust me, it's the coolest.
All right, cool. All right, and then finally, last but not least, Rogue Dragon.
Hi, I'm Rogue Dragon. I'm normally Jalira, but today I am Ragatzin Nizarath. Nizarath. Yeah, that's what I wrote. She is a Triton, and she is far, far from home for reasons that her teammates know, but she doesn't share typically. But she used to be a bounty hunter. She would work for the law side of the thing, and not so law. And well, she's trying to avoid at least one of those. But she's silver, a bluish silver skin tone with some scales and fun stuff going on, and kind of a mohawk comb over. I don't know what you call it, of iridescent blue hair.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you. I am very excited. This is a very interesting group. Being a level 9 adventure, this is an established adventuring party. So they will have some kind of rapport with each other that you notice. And so, are you guys ready? Please say you're ready, because I'm ready. I'm really excited. All right. So, let us begin. The Forgotten Realms. Faerun. The Sword Coast. That is where our story takes place this evening. South of Baldur's Gate and the Cloakwood lies a library fortress known as Kandlekeep. This fountain of knowledge is a home to hundreds of thousands of books and a place where many come to seek wisdom and answers amidst the tomes held there. Kandlekeep is run by the Avowed, a group of dedicated scholars and librarians. The Avowed hold their vast collection with reverence and respect. They protect their literary treasure with special wards and charms to prevent infiltration and theft. Let me turn down the volume just a little bit. There we go. A nearly perfect system. Kandlekeep gets its name from the many towers and spires that reach heavenward, poking out from the tall walls that provide protection from the outside forces. And your group, seeing it for possibly the first time, understand why as you near the end of your journey along the Way of the Lion. The tips of the tower are numerous, and they look like too many candles resting atop a cake. But you are here on an errand. Even if you are rather seasoned adventurers, you do have bills that need paying, and not every job comes with the glamour of preserving peace in the land or overthrowing an evil dictator. This job is actually pretty simple. A historian of great renown seeks to get a copy of a book she believes is held at Kandlekeep. The Book of the Raven is a rare item, and while you cannot take the actual book, the sage simply wants a copy. Seeing that it is a rare book and copies of the book from Kandlekeep can be pretty costly, she's willing to offer a rather reasonable sum for you to collect the copy and bring it to her safely. Entrance into Kandlekeep is more than just walking through the front door. An offering must be made. You enter through the gatehouse, greeted by the Avowed, and there, donning purple robes, who are individuals or priests who, sorry, give me just a second, let me transition, who now examine the book that you were entrusted to bring and offer in exchange. It's a somewhat rare first edition of a novel called The Song of the Shadow Slayers, written by an obscure bard referred to simply as Pipes. The priests of the gods of writing carefully inspect the book for its condition and to verify that it is what you and your patron have claimed it to be. Only a few moments until moments under their experienced examination is it confirmed, and you are granted admittance. As you exit the doors of the gatehouse, you enter into the Court of Air, a large open space which acts as a rather grandiose courtyard. You note the pillars of pedagogy on your right, and to your left you spot a temple to Ogma, and other buildings which look more like maybe bunkhouses. You are directed to one of the buildings, a little past those bunkhouses, referred to as the House of Binder, where you can now request a copy of the book that you need. You are then informed of the cost, which is no paltry amount, and then are directed to spend the time needed to copy the book, to enjoy the peace and tranquility of Kandlekeep. And should you desire, you can always request a book and have it brought to you by one of the avowed adjutants into the Pillars of Pedagogy. From the House of Binder, you are escorted to the Pillars to spend some time, which are the Pillars are across the courtyard of from the House of Binder, and it is while you are waiting, kind of idly spending time there, that we begin our adventure this evening. You're sitting there amidst mostly empty tables, a few bookshelves, some carts. The adjutant that brought you to where you kind of were and has been servicing and helping you is a rather older human fellow who is deaf in one ear and seems to either respond well when people yell at him, which he quickly prompts them to tell them not to yell at him because this is a library and a place of learning and you shouldn't yell in a place of learning, or seems to understand the snarky whispers that you guys make to each other, catching them. However, normal speech seems to just go beyond him entirely. Why and how he understands you? It's a bit of a mystery. However, you're sitting there quietly minding your own business when you're approached by a decrepit, gray-bearded dwarf in a custodial uniform who's carrying a heavy square tome bound in black leather. The weight of the book causes the old dwarf to wheeze and squint and clench his teeth, but before he can utter a word as he approaches you, his knees buckle and he collapses with the book pressed underneath of him. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go help
Try
him.
to catch him, but
Okay, so he is currently on the floor. All right,
Make
so
sure he's breathing.
make sure he's breathing. Okay, roll me a medicine check, please.
Oh, like
I
I
could've
don't like
helped him
get
when
the
he
book
wasn't.
off of him so that he's breathing.
Oh,
Or is he on
the
the
book is
book?
the book is underneath of him.
Oh, okay.
So he's currently face down with this heavy book kind of in between him and the floor.
Yeah, I was just afraid he was going to die of suffocation.
from book.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm gonna back up then and let the people who actually know something about healing work.
Okay. So with a medicine check of 15, you're able to determine that this dude is dead.
What?
Guys, I have.
And I would say that with is it Neriel? Is that how you say your name?
Yeah.
Neriel? Okay. It seems like he died of a heart attack.
Oof. Buddy.
Okay.
Guys, I've got this one gem. I could do a revivify. Should I use it on him? I hardly even know him. I don't know. What do you guys think? We need to make the decision fast.
Why not? We can buy another one.
Okay.
How old does he look?
He's pretty old. He's gray bearded.
He doesn't have
he's-
much. He didn't have much time left anyway.
Okay, majority roll for doing it.
Okay.
I
So
respect your opinion.
you take the diamond and you bring it over his body, right? Using your knowledge. Can you describe what Revivify would look like if you cast it?
Okay, I don't know because I didn't think about it until we talked about it earlier. But she does have, she did probably have her knitting tools out with her because that's just what she does when she's waiting for people. So she probably would tap them to him, but then a little ethereal thread would come out and try to, it would sew up wounds if they were doing that, but this was kind of trying to bring him back to life.
Okay. All right. So this is probably not the first time that Neriel has had to cast a spell on your group. As you are seasoned adventurers, you probably have had people fall in combat a few times and had to kind of bring them back in a hurry. So diamonds are kind of what you're used to, right? They're almost where some people would treasure them. You guys by now are like, well, we'll get more next time we're in, Baldur's Gate or we go to Waterdeep. It's not a big deal. So you cast the spell, and normally you fully expect the diamond to be consumed, for it to vanish, for this kind of glittering light to happen. But nothing happens. Now, Neriel, you understand that in order for this spell to work, the soul needs to be willing to come back. So seeing that it hadn't worked, and you know, you did this within a minute, this dude didn't want to come back.
I think. Hang on. What's his name? Oh no, my friend. Of years, many years. What's his name? Cody, what's your name?
Richter.
Richter. Okay. Oh, I think Richter was right. I think he was ready to go.
I mean, I wouldn't have chosen that way if I had a choice.
Okay. All right. All right. So
Do you think he was just? I mean, I can get sick and tired of my chores sometimes, but that's not usually my choice. So I don't want to go.
Awesome.
No, like the soul was not willing.
Okay.
I don't understand. Something.
Alan will reach down, now that they've got the body away from it. He'll reach down and turn the tome that the dwarf was carrying over.
Okay. Awesome. So as you kind of like, Neriel has moved the body since then. She's not like doing it while he's resting over the book, obviously. So the book, you flip it around and you find that it's sturdy black leather, and the title and is engraved on the front cover and on the spine. There's images of a smiling dwarf and a builder's hammer are stamped onto the cover. The pages are crisp and white as you're kind of glancing at it. And they measure like a 15 inches, a 15-inch square. And on the front, it says, Kandlekeep Destruction. Curiously, though, as this is written in common, the C's are replaced with K's. Not only in the name Kandlekeep, but also in the word deconstruction. And the title, or the author of the book, is named Isajar. Isajar. Okay.
You need help picking up the book.
I got it.
Okay. Do you look at the book? Look into the book? Okay. Is that a yes?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear your question, sorry.
Or do you look in the book?
Sure, I will
Okay.
look in the book.
Okay, just
Look in the
asking.
book,
You don't have to
Callum.
if you don't want to.
You know you want
Okay,
to.
so as you were going, you see the occasional
the book.
smudge and tear from a reader's thumb, as it is. But you can see that it reveals diagrams and descriptions of pretty much every location in Kandlekeep, including places in Kandlekeep that you do not have access to. Because as you were kind of introduced there, you know that across from the gatehouse is the Emerald Door, which is guarded by the keeper of the Emerald Door, and that in order to get in there, you need to have a special note from the keeper of Sage, like the keeper of books, who's kind of the one in charge of Kandlekeep. So you're not allowed in there, but people with special permission are allowed into the bulk of the library. So that's kind of what you're seeing as you're kind of looking through it. Do me a favor, roll me.
I'm looking over his shoulder.
You're looking over his shoulder? Okay, so if you're looking at it, you see that the book has a bookmark in it. On a page of what looks like an unusual set of renderings for a tower known as the Barn Door. Okay. It doesn't explain why it has its name. It just says it's called the Barn Door. On the facing page is a floor plan that details the tower's lowest level, which contains an array of what looks like old mechanical devices. And I need someone to roll me an Arcana check if you're looking at the book.
I'm not looking at the book.
You're looking closer.
She's just kind
Sure.
of like, all right, so he's dead. I probably shouldn't kick him.
What was it?
Yeah. If somebody
I
wants
will,
to ask,
I will roll an Arcana check if that's.
Okay.
I
You guys, I know
I'm the
that.
one there,
Okay.
and I'm untrained in that.
Okay. Sounds about right. Okay. I like it's just it looks kind of weird. That's all. That's all. You are approached as you're kind of looking through this book with this dead body kind of hanging out near you, you are approached by a halfling, a rather young halfling, who has a small bag of cookies that he's munching on. And so you can hear the crunching as he approaches, and he stops and he looks at the body and he looks at you and he looks at the body and looks at you and looks at the body and looks at you and he's like,
He died bringing a book over.
What?
Can you get some help?
Yeah. Like you said, he just died.
Yeah.
He collapsed.
Oh,
He didn't want to come back either.
and
Like, she tried bringing him back, but it didn't work.
oh, poor Buren. He was kind of getting old. Well, it's not the
sorry.
first time one of our janitors died, but
What?
you.
What do you do to janitors?
Well, they work and they stay here and they like it here. It's nice. I mean, we've had plenty of
Well,
people
enough
just
to
die in the
figure out
library.
everything.
You know, it's lucky you guys found him dead. Like, or at least I guess we were here to get him when he died. There's a couple weeks ago, there was a body we found. It'd been there for weeks because nobody went to that part of the. You know, I'm gonna go. I'll be right back. And so this little halfling goes off.
The best.
And he returns a few moments later with a new bag of cookies in his hand that he's eating, and accompanied by a dwarf who is kind of looking at him as the halfling is like, yeah, they said you, and the dwarf's like, oh, of course, oh, Buren. And he kind of like moves forward and kind of shushes you guys away, and he's looking over the body and he's just like, well, what was he doing here? I don't understand
He's
it.
bringing back this book.
What? And so the dwarf kind of looks up at you and he looks at the book and his eyes go a little wide and the halfling stops chewing. And the halfling goes, oh man, that's not supposed to be out here. And he goes over to you and he holds his arm out. He's like, can I have that, please?
You want to carry that?
Yeah, I'm stronger than I look.
Okay.
Oh, you killed your friend over here. Let's be
Oh,
careful.
yeah, I'm young. I'm only 23. It's not a big deal. I mean, Buren was really old, like, really old. And the dwarf is like, and as he's going, really, and the dwarf's like, oh, just stop. Get the book and get it back to where it belongs. And then he stops and he looks at the halfling, and he's like, Sprig, what are you thinking? And he runs over and he's like, I'll get the book. You take care of them. And so he takes the book from you and starts to
Let's see
walk
who
away.
left it.
And Sprig is still eating cookies. And the dwarf handles it just fine. He carries the book and he walks off just fine. Sprig is looking at you with the cookies, though. And he's like, yeah, man, that book, it's really weird. It talks about, like, I don't know. It's not supposed to be out here, though. It's kind of obscure. I wonder why Buren was looking at it.
Maybe it got loose and he was just bringing it back.
Well, I mean, he would have had to bring it out of the library past the Emerald Door, and Buren's just a janitor. This is troublesome. You weren't looking at the book, were you?
Define troublesome.
I'm looking.
Well, look. It talks about this place called the Barn Door. We have like a million towers here, you know? And like, it's like everything else in the inner ward. It's off limits, right? So, I mean, the book wouldn't do you any harm. So I guess you looking at it wouldn't be any harm. It's not like you could get over the walls. But, you know, well, the Barn Door has been condemned for a long time. You know, some towers are really old, like Buren. And, yeah, and it's like, and so nobody's really bothered because it's kind of just like, doesn't really seem to have a purpose. But like, that book talks about how like, you could turn it into like, their devices that kind of could launch the tower into the sky, maybe all the way to the stars. So, yeah, I mean, like, it sounds cool, but, like, no one's gonna get that thing off the ground. It'd probably explode before it even... Anyway, but I mean... And he kind of pauses and looks as he kind of chews on another cookie, crunching. He's like, I mean, there've been weird noises coming from there, but it's just an old tower. It's not a big deal. All right. Well,
just collapsing in on itself.
Yeah, it'll probably, we should probably make sure that doesn't happen. I'm gonna go. It was nice meeting you. My name's Sprig, by the way. And he offers his hand to you and shakes the hands, and you get like a little bit of crumbs on you, if you do take his hand. And he will offer you a cookie, their chocolate chip, before he was eating what looked like probably macadamia nut. So Sprig starts to walk off. And he isn't gone for very long when you feel it.
Where are we hanging out?
Shaking. The ground beneath you is shaking. And for a moment, you're like, an earthquake? And you're confused. But just as you're trying to kind of wrap your mind around the fact that there was an earthquake, it just stops.
Anyone think that the tower is going to explode?
So as it finishes, there's before you go, as you finish, you start to hear panic from other rooms, raised voices, kind of shouting to each other, checking in on each other. How do you guys react?
Neriel, there's reading a book wouldn't cause problems like this, right? Like, no harm ever came from reading a book, right?
No, the book has been taken away, right?
The book is out of your hands now. Yeah, the dwarf took it.
Okay. I'm just like, how much?
I'm like, you know better.
How much did you read? Like, did you just?
It's not like we did an incantation that we read out of it.
It's funny, he was talking about the barn door, and I just happened to be glancing at that section.
Was it... Why? Why were you looking at that section?
That was what we opened it to.
I need everyone to make me an Arcana or Nature check.
Yeah. What floor do we think are we on? Are we kind of higher?
You guys are on the second floor.
Okay, but there's probably a lot of towers or a lot of floors above us.
There are quite a few floors above you. Oh my gosh!
Same.
These rolls are so wonderful. Okay.
If one earthquake was going to do this place in.
You're coming in clutch. All right. Zin, Richter, Mira, Callum, could you offer me another one, please?
Oh, sure. I didn't know if you wanted another one. I'll do nature this time, because, why not?
Okay. Yeah, and Callum, you guys are like, this is weird. The book is responsible for this. Neriel, you're like, no, this wasn't magical. It must be some kind of natural phenomenon that's going on.
We had earthquakes down under all the time.
Yeah. And you can kind of hear, you see people kind of like shouting like, everyone outside, make sure, everybody outside, make sure you're outside. And they're like kind of guiding you and telling you to go outside.
No, the right thing to do would be to get under a table. Why do they say to go outside?
They want you outside.
Probably because bookshelves would crush people.
And maybe discouraging looting. Come on, let's just cooperate.
Mira, go grab the old man who's like you. You know, he doesn't listen when he doesn't want to.
Oh. The light. Okay. She goes over and picks him up if he's not already gone.
Oh yeah, no, the old guy is gone. The old man is gone. The only the body is there still, but
Should we take the body or just leave it?
We should probably get out as soon as we can if it is.
Well, I don't want to go too fast because, when people are crunched together, I'm not so crunchable.
Okay.
I'm more the one that's going to stomp on someone.
Okay. For the sake of brevity, I'm going to say that you guys eventually make your way outside. You see a large group of people kind of standing around, not far from you. You can see that there is a dragonborn who has a kind of tankard in its hand and is kind of drinking. It is dressed a little more nicer than the others. You can tell because let's see, what are you, buddy? You are yeah. So you can see that he is like, it's a little, his everything is a little more ornate, and that, you know, he compared, he's definitely one of the avowed, right? But he's definitely one of higher status, and he's out there. He's just drinking, kind of looking around, and just chilling, and he he's just kind of standing there, just, and he kind of looks over you guys as you kind of get closer. Are you guys still talking about the book?
I think we're talking about earthquakes.
Okay, you're talking about
I'm probably
earthquakes.
talking about how earthquakes underwater at work.
Seeing this nicer looking guy with a tankard in his hand.
Yeah.
Having looked at the book that had a layout of Candlekeep, is there a hidden bar that these book nerds really like to go to? Did I happen to see something like that?
All right. Well, you didn't get much time to explore. I will say that. Let me go take a quick look. You can tell, you know, that there is you can tell that there is something here. Likely what's it called?
Cafeteria
like a cafeteria, or probably more like a more like a book nerd tavern, I guess, in a way.
Cool.
Well, probably you can suspect that if it's anywhere, it's probably near the bunkhouses, where people will go and they'll stay. And he's kind of looking you over, and and then he approaches you and he's like, "All right. Took you a little bit longer to get out there, didn't it?"
I tend to trample people.
Or perhaps you missed the line.
He's like, "What floor are you on? And what sort of trampling you doing? I'm not asking you to rush outside, just..."
Oh, if people are rushing.
Are we debated on whether we should bring the body of the janitor out? Oh, old Bjorn, you know how old he was. Guess his heart gave out on him.
What? Bjorn died? What was Bjorn doing out here? He's supposed to be on duty in the inner ward.
Oh,
Lugging
he
books
was
around.
returning a book? Or bringing a book, or I don't know.
He's not
It was a
supposed to
book
have...
about-
Only the adjutant's supposed to have the books. Adjutants or readers. What book was it?
it about a barn
Candlekeep
door?
Deconstruction.
Um,
By an
yeah.
Didn't even look.
Isajar. He kind of
Just
frowns.
like days for some reason.
He kind of frowns and he's like, "What was he doing with that book?"
I don't know, he's looking up at the bar. He had a bookmark in the barn door section.
Barn door section, you say?
We're not
Yeah,
sure
the one
that
with
it
all
was
the,
his
the one with all
book.
the
And-
mechanical devices that
Yeah.
can like shoot the tower.
Yeah. Don't talk so loud. All right, come with me.
We don't know that that's
And
he was
it-
the one reading it. He could have been returning it.
Come with me. And he starts walking toward, across toward the emerald door.
Hey, he's going into like a cool back room. Let's go.
And he kind of stops and looks at you. And you know that the emerald door, you can see that there is a wall, and you can see most of the spires are past the emerald door. So
Y'all
are you...
coming?
Do I happen to know which one the barn door is supposed to be in? Having looked at the book?
You might have a general idea.
I'm gonna follow him.
I'll follow behind the guy.
Okay.
Sir, are earthquakes in this area common?
No, they're not. That's why it's cause for concern.
So the buildings aren't really rated for earthquakes.
Oh, yikes. You don't plan that when you build buildings?
This thing has been
Not
around for
everybody
centuries.
has water
It's
holding their buildings up here.
It's got protections. Calm your... And he kind of looks at... briefly at Mira and he's like, calm your face. All right. and he leads you. So...
Looks at Mira. Callum looks at Mira and says, "Told you reading the book did it."
All right. So as you move forward and you approach this emerald door... and the
I
emerald-
never read.
The emerald door is it's big and it's beautiful. It is literally made of emerald, shine smooth, with sort of like gold embellishment kind of built into it. To either side are some like stone reliefs of cloaked figures reading cloaked figure statues, reading books. And the Dragonborn stops at the door and then turns to you and he goes, "My name is Bookworm. I'm a first reader here at Kandlekeep."
That with a
Appropriate
Y.
name.
Some would say that being here is in my blood. I would say that it was either come here or stay at home with my parents. I'd rather be here. Anyway, you don't care about that. Neither do I. I'm going to... I need you to look into this for me, because Bjorn having a copy of that book is suspicious. A bookmark being on that page is suspicious. I have heard word of movement being around there. He kind of looks around, capable. While many of us here are gifted in some magic, we are not necessarily very good with combat all the time. And I need to stay my post here at the door, and the Avowed need to mind to their jobs there. Would you be
What
willing...
exactly are you?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What exactly are you asking us to do?
Go to the barn door. Just check it out. See if I have reason to be as paranoid as I'm feeling.
I mean, if you think it might be causing the safety of the people in the keep.
Can you hear my dog? Can you hear my dog? All right. Look.
We should do it to help people.
There are thousands of precious tomes here. If we can keep those safe, and the Avowed and other visitors here safe, yes, I'd appreciate if you just look into it. It could be nothing, or could my suspicions might be onto something.
Does that mean someone's going to space?
He kind of raises. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
I don't know. Said something
the-
about going up to the stars.
The little one Sprig said that maybe if we play with enough of the mechanical stuff there, it could launch the tower into up there.
Kind of looks. He's like, "What kind of book is it?" Never mind. All right, look.
He did seem high.
Yeah, he's always eating cookies.
What's cookies?
I knew I should have asked.
All right,
He gave you one.
look.
So, we're here to pick up a tome, the Book of the Raven.
Yeah, that takes time. You're getting a copy, right?
Yeah, we're getting a
Yes.
copy. And I know we paid you a fair price to get in here with that book that we brought the historian sent us with. Is there any way we could checking this out, maybe reduce our costs here overall?
He pauses for a moment. He goes, "Wait, you see the Book of the Raven?"
Yeah, that's the book that we're after.
Hold on a moment. And he kind of steps away from you, and you see him kind of shout the name of someone, and you see a kind of pale-skinned elf approach.
I'm done talking about books now, guys.
You can see that the
Giving you
elf
trouble.
is very pale-skinned. Some of you might recognize it's a moon elf, and though a little older maybe in appearance. And as he approaches, he approaches Bookworm, and they kind of speak to each other. And he's like, I don't know. Hello everyone, welcome back. We were so sorry about the issues with the stream. Again, we are really sorry about that. It's just been kind of crazy. I moved recently, and we're trying to figure out the internet situation. So we're going to call tomorrow. Hopefully we can find a solution that's not going to cost us an arm and a leg. And hopefully we'll get everything kind of figured out from there. Again, I apologize for the quality of the stream for the night. I'm so sorry. But a brief summary of what has happened so far. This adventuring party has shown up trying to get a copy of the Book of the Raven for their patron, and upon arriving and kind of turning things over, they had what appeared to be a janitor or custodial kind of person walking toward them who had a heart attack and died. And he had a book with him referred to simply as Kandlekeep, Destruction. And as they kind of glanced at the book, they were able to, it didn't really make sense, but it looked like diagrams and kind of maps of the whole of Kandlekeep. But one of the adjutants that showed up kind of informed them kind of offhandedly, oh yeah, supposedly that, could possibly be like kind of tossed, like, launched into space, but it's really old and whatever. And then shortly after he departed, there was a little bit of an earthquake, and as they walked out, they were greeted by one of the first readers who keeps watch over the Emerald Door, which leads into the greater part and the actual library portion of Kandlekeep. In that conversation, he kind of learned of the book. He had some suspicions that something was going on at the tower referred to as the barn door. And when Callum tried to maybe cut a deal in reference to the Book of the Raven, the first reader, referred to as Bookworm, worm spelled with a Y, spoke to one of the adjutants and learned that several books had gone missing, including the book that the group had come for. So he said he would be happily negotiate a new price, as it would probably already take longer to get there, but if they could look into it for him, he would appreciate it. So to the Emerald Door that they went, he opened it, and the group made their way to the barn door. They quickly learned that the door, while it appeared unlocked, had some sort of arcane lock attached to it, making it impossible for them to make their way in through normal means. Instead, and Richter, using his spider climb ability, climbed the side of the tower, peeked inside, saw 4 people within. Mira, the barbarian, was able to finally, with the help of Callum, kick the door in, where they are greeted by 3 what they have learned quickly are cultists of some kind, but also dressed as custodians in custodial outfits, in the same outfit as the gentleman who had died before, and who quickly attacked them. Richter went upstairs, landed inside, met 4 people who were tied to chairs, and they talked about ascending to the stars. Richter made his way downstairs. The others are currently in combat. Callum has taken 2 reasonable hits, but he's doing all right. And we are now at the top of the turn order, back where we kind of were before. And again, we apologize for the buffering. We're just going to have to make do with it. And Richter, it is your turn.
I'm just strolling down to the first floor.
Okay.
Doop, 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 doop. Doop, doop. Oh boy. Who's fighting who?
Alright, the man referred to as Cowcotton, the half-elf, this one over here. This one and the human woman appear to be attacking Callum. You can kind of see Callum over the backside of Mira. This one here has a broom, threateningly pointed at Mira. Mira looks completely unbothered.
While I'm walking down the stairs, can I use my bonus action to shadow step out of this one's shadow?
Sure. It's not that well lit of a room, so.
Like, pop out, do a quick bicycle kick to her, just pop.
So where are you moving to? Oh, you're shadow stepping right here?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's okay. Now make your attack. Okay. Before you start, are these lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal?
Okay.
So, to hit for the first one.
That hits. Roll for damage. He's out cold. As you kind of like pop the back of his head. Actually, not the back of his. You hit him on the top of the head because he's a gnome. So you just go pow on the top of his head, and he kind of sways a bit, and he goes,
I essentially punt him.
Yeah. He's like, Alpaca, I'm sorry. And he passes out.
I just look to the others. Hey, there's already a cultist tied up upstairs for us. How exciting is that, huh?
All right. Is that Danny your turn?
They're all cultists.
Okay. Callum, you're...
I still have another attack, right?
Yes.
Can I even make it to the girl?
You'd have to jump over the desk, and that would require a action.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Callum, you're up. Mira, you're on deck.
Okay, guys, are we killing them or are we just knocking them down?
I knocked this one down.
Okay, good enough. I'll swing non-lethally at the woman
Okay.
with my big old maul.
Okay.
12 damage. I'm assuming a 16 hits. Sorry, that's an assumption on my
Yes,
part.
it does hit, and you knock her out cold with that. You just go, whoop, and you smack her, and she's like, oh, and yet she's falling to the ground. She's, Stonky, I'm sorry, and she falls down. All right, you have another attack, right?
Yep, second attack on the half-elf. Non-lethally. 23 hit.
Yeah, he's out cold too. So whack, whack. They're both out. They didn't put up much of a fight, surprisingly.
I was expecting
Really?
more.
Their souls are ready to go.
All right.
Wow.
So
I'm gonna look at Neriel. Don't tempt me.
okay. So
And then I will move across to over to where Richter is.
okay. So against the far wall, you see a wooden staircase covered with green carpeting that leads up. In front of the staircase rests a golden credenza with images of farm animals carved into it. A high-backed chair with burgundy cushions sit behind the credenza, so the desk over here. Okay.
So I don't know if you want
There's
to go
only
talk.
So they're all non-lethally knocked out, by the way. Are you guys going to look around? Or...
Yeah,
Quick glance. Do I see any sign of the mechanical machines that I'd seen in the drawings?
quick glance. What's your passive?
My passive is 16.
No, you don't. However, with that passive perception being what it is, you do notice that, over here, this wall looks, as you were kind of there before, it looks kind of funny. Almost like it doesn't, the stonework doesn't quite match.
Neriel, fake wall over there, and he'll point it out to her.
You want to poke
Okay.
it, or do you want me to
You
I'll poke it.
Richter, did you see who was on the top level?
Not the
Is
top
there anybody
level,
on the
no.
top level?
I didn't go to the top level, no. But there are 4 cultists tied up on the second level.
How do you know they're cultists and not just victims?
Oh, they're going on about ascension.
That's what this
Typical
bunch was
cult
talking
shit.
about.
So I don't know if you wanted to talk to them, officer. Looking at Callum.
Well, thanks, deputy. I'll look into that.
He always gets to be your deputy.
So should I would go up to the top floor?
I'd like to investigate this wall real
I'm
quick.
gonna poke the
All
wall.
right.
Double check.
I will
check all the book
So,
finding.
so you notice that it's because as you kind of look around, your eyes turn to the books that are nearby, right? That are behind the glass casing, and there's a portion of it that is not behind glass. And there's a book where on the top of the binding, it looks like it's been pulled a little bit, like it's been pulled out a lot. And as you pull onto it, it kind of click, and the door. Sorry, ooh, let me get back. Let me get to the right layer. This door slides down and opens, Leading
Is it going down?
Leading downstairs.
Do you want to go downstairs and see if you can find all that clockwork stuff?
Quick, check all the book bindings. Do you see any that say Book of the Raven?
Yeah, we can make this mission real short, guys.
Let everything be destroyed.
Is there a Book of a Raven?
Roll me an investigation check. Whoever is actually looking.
I'm gonna look
like
at
to
the
look.
stairs
The
down.
people who are not engaged in something else, roll me an investigation. If you want to roll me a perception check, please, Mira.
Sure
There's a
thing.
lot of books here, and it's kind of hard to read what they are. A lot of faded tomes. Zin and Neriel. You don't necessarily hear anything, but you feel like a little bit of warmth.
I'm gonna go start down the stairs.
Okay. All right. Make your way toward the stairs, and I will. All right.
Is
So,
that
do
the
you
st-
say
I
do
don't
you
know
say
where the
anything
stairs
to?
are.
These are the stairs right here.
Okay.
Well, should we go together?
Should we
She's
move
just
aside?
starting down. She's not like leaving you guys behind.
Is she
She's
telling
like,
the group anything?
Should we try to be quiet?
It's like, it's probably best to be quiet. I'm not a very quiet person.
You pass
But-
without a trace if you want.
But I think we should check out down here. There's some warmth. And that's
You have-
an earthquake from the ground. So
You said you have Pass Without a Trace?
I do.
Do it.
Alright.
Oh, did we kill any of these guys? Do I need to spread the dying?
No, I think we'll do
No,
that.
they're just unconscious.
Knocked him out.
Knocked them out really good. Some of them look like they're probably going to wake up with a really bad headache, and they're going to bruise
Should we tie them
really
up?
bad. No, you did not tie them up. Not yet.
I'm asking if we should.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
didn't bring
if
any
you-
manacles or anything because I.
Rope.
Anyway. Lasts for 1 hour.
Mira throws out her rope, 50 feet of hempen rope.
I guess we'll clump them together and do the tie around thing.
Okay. So,
Unless-
you guys spend some time tying that up.
I was
Okay.
gonna have Callum head upstairs. I was just waiting for everybody to say what they were doing.
Okay. Mira said she's heading downstairs. They're tying him up. As they finish tying him up, Mira's like, I'm going downstairs. It's warmer. There's a warm feeling coming from downstairs.
I'll go with her downstairs.
Okay,
You
what
guys-
they seriously about
Are
blowing something
you
up?
guys splitting the party?
We'll see.
Okay. So. Oh, man. I love you guys. All right. So, Callum, are you still wanting to go upstairs?
Hearing that statement, yes, Callum will still go upstairs because Richter said there were people up there for me to question, so I'm gonna go question some people.
Okay, so we'll start by having you. We'll take care of you first, since I hate moving from map to map. It's kind of exhausting. All right, so you head up the stairs. I'm going to move you over here, and you come to see as you kind of turn the corner. I'm going to move you here. 4 people, 2 half orcs, a male and a female, and a dwarf male and a human male, and they all turn and look at you, almost like in sync. And they look at you, and the half-orc male goes, "Are you coming to ascend with us?" And the half-orc female is just like, "Shut up, goat bean!" And the human male goes, he's like, "Stop talking to him like that, donkey biscuit. That's not nice. We're all going to space together. We gotta be nice to each other." And the I'm sorry, not his name isn't Duckbean. His name is is Goatbeat. That's what she called the half-orc male, Goatbeat. The human male referred to the female as Donkey Biscuit, from what you've been able to ascertain so far. And the dwarf looks at the human and goes, "She's got a point, you know. Stop being so rude, horse egg."
I wonder they want to go to space.
And then the human looks back and he's like, "Oh, shut up, duck bean."
What are these code names?
Or they could be cold.
Okay,
names.
what are you doing, Callum? Now that you've seen them. All right, roll me a
How
quick. Roll me a
securely-
quick. What's in your passive 16, right?
Yeah.
I would say with a 16, you can tell that these chairs have been bolted to the floor.
How tightly are they secured?
Pretty darn tight. They are restrained.
I'm just up here checking the security of your harnesses. You look good. You look good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on going up, further upstairs. Just make sure everything's tip-top shape up there. Okay.
Okay, so you make your way up the
Is there another-
stairs.
Is there
Yeah,
another
there's
staircase
another
going up?
staircase there, and you get to go ahead and move your character that way. You can kind of see it. All right, now we're going to move you to up here. Oh, and it is dark. It is pitch dark on the way up.
If it's pitch dark on the way, I will take a torch and light a torch.
Okay, let me give you.
Okay. Sorry. It's probably brighter than this little stone I have right now.
Okay, and you're all the way down there. He's by himself. Okay, so you make your way up the staircase. Give me a second. Let me look here. Okay. So, you approach at the top. There's an iron door that you are greeted by, but it is closed but not locked. So as you open it, let me do this for you.
Cool, guys. I'm gonna set off the spaceship. It's awesome.
Okay.
Well,
I
we're at
will
the front.
pass through the door
Okay.
and see what I see.
Okay. So the top level of the barn door is an observatory with three wide windowed alcoves. The chamber houses a large telescope mounted on a revolving dice. A small chair is bolted to the dice under the telescope, with an iron lever jutting up from the floor next to it, topped by a perfectly round ruby. A small wooden steering wheel attached to the chair is adorned with glowing numerals at its copper-plated center. 3 large chairs along one wall have likewise been bolted to the floor, all facing the telescope. 2 lengths of rope are fastened to each chair, including the one on the dice. Chains and wheels attached to the tower's conical metal roof suggest that the strong, tightly fitting panels can be retracted, enabling the telescope's user to peer into the starry heavens on clear nights.
Sounds nice.
What
you
are
said
you
there
doing?
were numerals on something?
On the
I will investigate.
all right. Describe to me how you investigate it. What are you doing?
Okay, and you said they are. Can you point on the map where the numerals themselves are?
I would say that they're here.
Okay. Carefully, we'll step onto the dais and kind of look a little bit closer at the like kind of peer down at them.
Right. Roll me an investigation check.
17.
Okay. 17. Okay. So, the copper, it's basically attached to the chair. The glowing numerals there. Hold on just a second. Look at the chair. There isn't really much. It just looks like it's numbers. But you can look to see that the numbers currently read 646.
Change it so it says 666. Do it, Mike.
Does you said they're glowing?
They're glowing.
They're glowing. Okay. 646. Well. And you said there's a bright shiny ruby up here?
On the lever.
On a lever.
Yeah.
Ruby on a lever.
I will say that the lever that you see, there's a red ruby on top of it. There's a lever, and you can spot there's a tiny, almost invisible glyph on it.
having recently read a book and caused a barn to start, preparing launches for space, he's not going to look too closely at that clip. Harm comes from reading books. If he's learned anything on this trip.
Oh, buddy.
Seeing no threats appear, Callum will come back downstairs.
Okay, so
Make his way through.
make your way down.
And
I will say though, when you looked at the lever, kind of glanced down on it, there's currently set to a notch that was labeled stable. There were two other notches. One called coop, and the other one called shed.
Can I glance through the telescope?
Yes, you may. It's closed though, so you're not looking up at anything except for the ceiling.
Okay, so just.
But are you
glancing through.
are you touching the telescope?
I'm trying everything I can to not touch the telescope as I do this. Kind of look through, like, getting my eye closer and closer to it. Is there something you want me to roll for?
No, no, we're good. Yeah. All right, so if you're making great pains to avoid touching anything, then I will say that no. Okay, so you make your way back down, right?
Yeah, seeing that there's nothing here right now that's a threat, I will move back downstairs. Reassure the people as I go past them. These harnesses look secure. Everything looks ship-shape. Welcome to the Ascension. Refreshments will be served shortly, and keep moving downstairs.
Okay, you are now back downstairs, and they're calling after you. We will ascend shortly. Kind of like you can hear like their chimes. Ascension, stonky, amazing. All right.
That not true. It's just so we don't have to listen.
So you guys can kind of hear like chanting and cheering above as Callum comes back downstairs.
At this point, is everybody tied up?
Yeah, I think we finished for now.
And
Yeah.
we're like doing a double checking on the
They
books.
are-
Like, I don't see it, guys.
They are
Would you
all
skip
tied
there,
up.
Callum?
There's a telescope up top. A couple of shiny numbers. Does 646 mean anything to anybody here?
616 and 666, I've heard, but 646.
It's like,
Yeah, those people up there, they're crazy. They think they're being ascended to space. They got like goat bead and
right,
duck
come on,
egg and all
let's
sorts
go.
of weird funky names.
let's
What
go
do you
down.
guys- Let's go downstairs.
Okay.
Make sure, because earthquakes would come from underground.
Well, they would need a massive explosion, I think, to try to move this
Okay.
building.
What
So it's probably down
is
there.
your marching order?
I
How
have
long
a-
has it?
Out.
It's probably been about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I taking pains to not touch anything means I definitely took time up.
He took some time upstairs. So Callum's been gone for a little bit, but by the time you finish, they're ready and secure.
I guess I thought Richter and Mira already had left.
You can
We
say
were
that.
headed. We were
Can-
gonna head.
Oh, that's right. You guys had already left. So Richter and Mira, while this is happening, you guys are heading down, right?
With Zin, are you coming with doing the?
I was gonna. I cast Pass Without a Trace. Do I have to be with
Yeah.
you?
They have to be
Yeah.
within 30
Okay, then I
feet.
would have had to go. I would have had to go. Okay.
So can we stealth?
Yep.
So I'll be the only one waiting for
All right.
Can I roll a new stealth?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Not saying it'll be much better. Haha! Yay, much better.
Richter.
Richter.
Yes. It's okay. It's a natural one for a skill check. It doesn't really mean as much. It sucks, but it's not as bad as a natural one for a attack roll. But it's still a 19.
Could
So
I
it,
use my magic item?
okay.
The cursed luckstone.
Oh, you don't know it's cursed.
I know, but I can read. It's the problem.
You stop
You gain
metagaming.
advantage.
Just kidding.
You gain advantage on one ability check of your choice.
Okay.
The stone can't be used this way again until the next dawn.
Okay. So you go ahead and give yourself advantage. 21. Slightly better.
Not in
All right.
that one. That's all that counts.
Okay. So I will say as he takes, you see Richter Mira and Zen, you see him take out the stone, and you've seen him take out the stone before, and he kind of looks at it like almost obsessively, and then moves forward as he puts it away. Okay,
What is
so
with you in that stone? I do not understand
What?
okay,
that stone.
all right. So
Weird.
Mira
What
is
Front.
front, followed by Zin, or no, by Richter, right?
Okay.
Okay. Come on, stop it. I hate this. All right, reset this. Why is it so annoying? Okay, and then Zin, you're following with them, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Trying to be stealthy and just kind of get an assessment of what's down there.
Okay. So I'm going to move you guys over there. You guys should see a new room.
Christy,
What?
just so you know, my next 2 ability checks are a disadvantage.
Yeah, I know. You wanted it. All right, so as you are coming down the stairs, come on, stop it. What are you doing? You're just moving down the stairs?
I'm gonna look over the edge if I can.
It's not an edge, it's a wall.
Okay, then I'm just gonna walk quiet as I can down the stairs, listening for anything.
Okay, so you hear. Hold on, don't move just yet. Can you see the new map or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to get everyone else on the map too, which sucks. Oh wait, hold on. Let me do that real quick. I forgot I have to do it individually. So you do not see those things. It's pretty cool. All right. Let's go. All right. As the unlit stone staircase curves downward, the air in the stairwell grows warmer. The stairwell's inner wall eventually gives way to an iron banister, which you can now look over and you see, affording an unobstructed view of this room. Because where you are and from the bottom of the stairs, you can see a 30-foot diameter room opens up directly beneath the barn door and tower. 4 10-foot long metal cylinders protrude from the 20-foot high ceiling, glowing with intense heat and shedding brilliant embers that rain down on the floor. 4 mechanical constructs, resembling wolf-sized, dog-headed cockroaches, march in a circle around the perimeter of the cylinders. They don't seem all that interested in you, though, as they are kind of marching around. What are you doing?
Back up. Alright, should we get the rest? Kind of thing, like. We need Neriel for this.
She understand it.
Maybe.
Does it look like it's about to do something? Like, it's not gonna.
Probably about to do something, considering the shaking earlier. We should go back up. Get the rest.
Okay. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'll probably bump into us going down the stairs, actually.
Okay, so they're just kind of marching around. Let's get you guys back all together over here. All right, you make your way back up the stairs, and you are now with everyone else again.
Right.
So he found a telescope, and you found dogs marching around something?
So we're like,
They're cockroach creatures, dogs.
Oh, and describe again what they were marching around?
just these
Big metal
pillars, burning
cylinders with
Oh.
fire coming out of it and falling ashes and fire death.
Well, we probably need to disable us down there. Yeah, let's get going.
All right, let's go.
All right. Do the whole group of you go? Okay. So if you are all going together, how do I get rid of individual things?
You'll have to go and right-click and remove them, and then just move the whole part, or move them into the party, and then move the whole party to where you want them. Like the individual cameras, put them back in the party sash ribbon on the map.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
You can move them back there, and then just move the whole party over.
Gotcha. All right. So we'll move you guys over. Marching order is about the same, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's behind Z? Or Zen?
I'll cover the rear.
Okay. So that
That's what I was
means
thinking. I was thinking last.
Nuriel.
Nariel is next. Give me a second. Let me go here. Nariel is after there. Wait. Am I on the right? I'm on the right one. I'm on the right one. I'm good. And then I'm going to move you forward. You guys forward a bit. Oh. That's just outside. You're fine. And let's grab Callum. Callum, let me adjust your token really quick to give you back light. There you go. All right. And do you still have your torch, Callum?
Yes, I do still have my torch.
Okay. I'm just going to make you glow. All right. So as you're making your way down, as you're going down the stairs, and you guys can now see inside, you see these creatures just
Droidicons.
marching.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Thank you.
What?
I think they are. They're Droidicons.
They have shields.
Oh my gosh!
All right. No, you're fine. Okay.
For that movie.
So, no, you're fine. Okay. Yes, but they are just walking around, marching around these light pillars. As you make your way down there, you can see that the floor is covered with scorch marks that grow darker and more intense closer to the center. Two sections of the wall have crumbled. One on the staircase, so one about here, and one opposite about this side here.
Remember, guys, she has to keep our token still until we told her what we were doing.
Yes, please.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. You can see that there used to be stone cornicas, molding and carved panels that used to be there that have now collapsed into rubble. Near the foot of the stairs, you have an iron double door that stands closed, which is over here. From where you can see, there's 10 feet beneath the cylinders. But they're putting out a lot of heat. As you're getting closer, they're putting out a lot of heat. Okay.
So, quick question. We're coming down. It's open railing stairs. We can see down.
You can see down into the pit, and you see these things just...
These columns are up near us. The cylinders are up near us, and there's space below them.
10 feet below.
These things are on the floor.
Marching around.
These things are on the floor, correct?
Marching around, yep.
From what we saw outside the barn, in the direction of those doors, what's surface level above those doors heading that direction into Kandlekeep?
Surface level above here?
Yeah, like is there a building that direction?
No.
Okay. So I'm just trying to, like, if maybe there's some way to get to the barn through Kandlekeep a different direction. That's all.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. That's a good question. It's a good question.
All right, I'm gonna.
I will say that as you're walking by this portion here, you can hear like light, soft chirping, like coming from where the collapsed wall is.
I think something's trapped.
The cylinders are what's emitting the fire that's dropping down to the ashes of the fire. The sparks that are falling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there, you can the heat is, as you're getting lower, like kind of closer to them, you can feel that the heat is very intense. So getting closer, you could feel like your armor, you're like, man, I don't want that anywhere near my armor. You're starting to sweat a little bit.
So the cylinders, are they attached to the ceiling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, guys, I'd like to take a look at this. I don't see machinery. It looks like it's just...
There's steel doors closed down here.
Oh, okay.
Might be beyond that.
These things have not seemed to attack us yet. Or interested in us yet. We should probably keep moving.
Okay.
Um,
So you guys can move your characters to, if you're planning on moving, but if you have other RP you want to do, go for it.
Zen, do you want to take a look? Do you recommend? Can you tell what that chirping is?
Have I heard that chirping before?
No, it's not. It's nothing you've ever noticed before. Nothing you've ever heard.
You've been around since the stuff. Sorry.
Do we know that Zin can create water?
Zen, do they know
Yes.
you can create water?
Oh, yeah.
Done before.
Probably done before, yeah. Does she think of these things?
Is there any way you could use your water to kill the fire in those cylinders?
No. Now, wall of water. It's 10
Or will that
feet
create
high,
a bunch
but
of
it does.
steam and steam us like clams? I'm not a fan of the clams.
Me
Just a
neither.
good spa.
The heat would have to go somewhere.
Okay, I mean, I'm game to try it, but you guys are. Yeah.
And I'd like to look at the doors.
Okay.
But
I'm stuck on the wall.
She kind of
so
puts her front hooves on the floor in front of her and see if those creatures go to attack her.
No, they don't seem interested in you. They're just kind of cruising. They're medium-sized, so.
I'm also medium-sized, technically.
Yep.
So I'd like to join Mira on the ground floor and give the creatures their room, the crossrops their room, but see what I can look around, see if I can kind of deduce.
Roll me an
how-
investigation check.
She'll be standing by Mira when she does that.
Okay. Your investigation. What are you trying to ascertain again?
I'm trying to understand how those cylinders work. Like, is it connected to something else? Is there a mechanism that controls them? Or are they just the cylinders and something else is on another floor is actually doing the controlling?
These look like they are part of a another sort of like, because as you were descending in the staircase, right? These look like the staircase went down for quite a while. It wasn't just you walk down and you see it. You probably went down on the floor. They look like they're part of another mechanism. And if what you had heard about it being launched into space, right? This is going to give the propulsion necessary to get them to space.
We don't want to be here when they decided to fire these things off. I assume that was obvious to everybody.
Perhaps we should shut this down then. Is there a way we can do that?
The last floor we were on, we didn't see any way to like shut it off, did we?
So it's behind the doors.
You want to give them a try, Mira?
Or
She's gonna go ahead and try and open the doors.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and open the doors. They are unlocked. So give me a second. I will.
or what would
I would
happen
try
if
and
we
catch
broke
up,
these
but I'm
down?
stuck on a wall.
You can't move. You can't ask Christy's help.
Oh,
to move.
that's my bad. Give me a second.
Also,
There.
did you see my question I whispered you?
I did not. Hold on a second. No, you don't. If that's
Good to know.
if that's what's described in it. Nope. Sorry, I didn't see the whispers. I was looking at something else. All right, so,
Because like Victor, I can read, and I need to know if what I know is what I truly know or not.
so you open the door, and you open it into a hallway. Beyond the double door, beyond the double door is a dark. Well, it was dark, but you have dark vision, so you're fine. 20-foot hallway, or at least someone has dark vision. I think it's Neriel.
I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up my lantern over revealing.
Okay.
So go ahead and describe it so all of us can see it.
Okay, so beyond the double door is a dark 20-foot wide hallway with 3 iron doors heading off, 2 on the right side of the hall and 1 on the left. However, out of the darkness, emerging out of the darkness, comes a giant... Hold on, let me get to the right layer. Token layer. Wingless arthropod 10 feet tall and 30 feet long. The creature's head has 2 long feelers and multifaceted eyes, and its carapace gleams with a silvery sheen. Its tapered body swishes from side to side as it crawls toward you. What do you guys do?
Great axe.
Great axe? Okay. Cool. Let me
She pulls out her great axe.
give... How much light does the light of the lantern of revealing give you? 20 and 20? Okay. I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Okay,
That'd be disadvantage for me, right?
Can you tell if that's like a demon or something? Just a creature?
Oh. I don't
It's
see
a
any.
lantern of revealing is like a hooded lantern, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
no,
well,
it's 30 feet. A bright light, 30-foot radius, and dim light for an additional 30. So it's 30-30.
Nice. Okay, so there you go. So you now have... You should be able to see it, right? You see the thing?
Yeah.
It looks
Alright,
like a
cool.
lantern, but
Alright,
floating on it is actually a lacy doily.
I love you. I just want to say that. Okay. Oh, let me... Actually, hold on. Let me clear out some stuff. What is your initiative rolls? I guess 10 or is it 20 to 25?
21.
21. Okay.
Did you not want us to click our tokens?
No, I accidentally forgot to clear the other one, so I have to redo it. 15 to 20. Ooh. Okay. 10 to 15.
Callum at 11.
Callum at 11.
I'm not seeing Richter roll.
I know, it didn't show up.
Alright,
But I rolled pretty good.
what did you roll?
6?
Alright, 5 to 10. I'm guessing Richter is in there.
9 for
Yeah.
Zen.
9 for Zen. One to 5.
5.
Okay.
Muriel has a 5.
All right. So, Mira, you are up first. What are you doing?
Alright. Is this thing looking like it's gonna attack us?
Yeah, it's coming right for you.
Okay, yay. Step back a bit, and she's charging it.
Okay.
Great axe ready.
All right. Go for it.
Okay. So yeah, she's just gonna charge forward.
Take a look at this thing. Could it
I
be
see
mind
an
control?
antenna and 3 legs. I can't see it yet.
Okay. So,
Like, it should give you a sense of scale, though.
it's
Oh,
big.
yeah, it does.
It's 10 feet. I think it's wide and long and tall. All right, so Mira, you barrel forward, great axe ready. You are ready for this fight, and you swing, and it just goes right through it.
Not even my +1 great axe.
No,
Dang it.
it's like it's not even there.
It's the one there's
Grr. She's like, it's not really here! Stomp on it.
Roll me a quick investigation check. Or just, you know what? Roll me a straight intelligence check. We'll see.
Okay, press the right buttons.
This is a ghost. It's a freaking ghost. It's a ghost.
Okay.
It's a ghost bug. It's gonna kill all of you. You guys have fought these before. Everybody says they're supposed to be easy up until they possess your body and start attacking your friends.
She's like, magic actually work on it!
Okay. Alright, that is the... Alright, do you want to do another attack?
I don't think she can because it was a bonus, because she
Oh yeah,
had to
because of the
dash.
charge. Okay. Alright, Callum, you're up.
Ghost bug. Oh no, I remember that. We're not dealing with that anymore.
God, I don't remember that from the beach episode.
20, 25, 30.
Bug.
Oh, that's ugly.
Big bug.
I'm gonna toss my torch at it.
Okay.
Chuck my torch at it.
It's like what? It's like an improvised melee throw. So roll me a d20 with your dex modifier.
Oh, this is gonna be great, guys. Look in the window. 5.
It just it goes like 10 feet. So your torch is not even 10 feet. It goes about it's like right here. You're like PTSD. No, get it away from me. All right. Anything else in your turn? Actually, roll me a quick intelligence check. Straight intelligence. Freaking ghost bug.
Ghost bug.
Ghost bug. Ghost bug. All right. This thing is going to.
And I will draw my maul.
Okay.
Chuck the thing and then.
Okay. What's this thing gonna do? Nothing. It's just looking at you, Mira. Threateningly. Alright. Zin, it's your turn. It's like little feelers and stuff like that towering over you. What are you doing, Zin?
These guys haven't reacted to us at all.
Nope. They're just marching.
I figure if we get in our way, they might get mad.
Yeah. Do I squish up by the wall?
So that's
we did.
that's 10 feet of movement to go through Richter.
Alright.
Not that
I would
bad.
also like to switch one of my crossbows out for a short sword.
I'll let you do that as part of your movement.
Well. Okay, 10, 15, 20.
You can see it. What do you make of it? What do you
Okay,
make of it?
what are you doing?
They say the ghost. I'm not really sure.
I'm gonna try shooting it with my crossbow.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, you shoot it, and the crossbow bolt goes straight through it. Unaffected.
Does she get to make a check?
Roll me a intelligence check. I like the fact that two of you have rolled low already, and I want to keep it up. Oh my gosh, it's a ghost bug. It's a ghost. You guys dealt with ghosts before, but this is a really big ghost bug. What are they doing in Candlekeep? What do they have here where they have giant ghost bugs? What the heck is happening? Okay, so that's the end of your turn, unless you want to use your
Yeah.
Okay,
I think we only have one smart person in the group.
Richter, you're up.
Yeah, I'm in Maxter. She's got good intelligence and terrible strength.
Right there. Right there. There. Fine. Can I just get the intelligence check out of the way now?
Do it.
Because it's a disadvantage. So
Disadvantage. It's your last disadvantage one. Oh, roll low. Please roll low. Keep it up. Keep it up, man.
Did I show it? No. Oh, it was a 9.
Freaking ghost bug! Oh my gosh, it's a ghost bug! Okay.
Who brought the fault? Does anyone remember the incantation from last time?
What have you summoned, Callum? Alright. Alright, that's the end of your... Unless you want to do something. It's the end of your turn.
No.
This
Remember how
this
I
is-
dealt with the ghost bug from last
I've
time.
never had the rolls work this perfectly before, guys. Alright. Muriel, you're up.
Guys, I'm really not really sure it's a ghost. Can I roll?
Roll it. Go ahead, roll. Let's roll. I'm gonna die.
Go.
Guess it's not working.
Alright.
Oh, just roll with advantage. Oh my gosh, you cannot be here.
You said with advantage?
Yeah, just roll it again. If it's still low, you guys are destined to deal with this. Yeah, it's okay. It's ghost bug. It's ghost bug. Ghost bug.
I don't understand. How did this ghost get in here? What is
Muriel, you remember the last time we dealt with them?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we had to hit them with magic stuff, right? Who needs? I can make somebody's weapon magic. Who needs it?
We need those enchanted salts.
Wait, your axe is magic?
Yeah.
Mira's axe is magic and it didn't affect it.
Ah,
Here, I'll try something.
Okay,
My turn.
so we're going to back at the top of the turn order. Mira, you're up.
oh my God,
Rage.
guys, we need to go.
Okay, bonus action rage. What else are you doing?
Attacking with her great axe.
I couldn't have planned it better, guys. This is, sometimes the dice giveth, and they giveth a lot.
This is how we die, guys.
All right. Yeah. Swish, swish. It's not affecting it. You guys purposely went out and you got magic items so that you didn't have a repeat of the last time, and it's not working. Okay. Anything else on your turn? Any movement?